What's going on, Gainsters, and welcome back to another training vlog. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jenny. I play professional rugby, and I am trying to make the international 15 team for Team USA. We are 2 weeks post Can-Am's tournament. This is also the first video since the Can-Am video. The past 2 weeks, I took kind of like a deload. The first week, I only trained maybe twice. I was feeling pretty banged up. And then last week, it was just one session per day, and I also started a new program, so I wanted to get the feel of that before I brought the camera out. It was also Zoe's last week in Maine. For those of you who don't know, we are moving to Rhode Island. What? Maine Gains is relocating. We are going down there so I can be closer to rugby, higher level rugby, and it's exciting. It's also very stressful, packing and figuring everything out. Yeah, that's going to be a stressor that I'm going to have to manage during the next few weeks of training, preparing for the club preseason. I already did my warm-up upstairs in the weight room, did some rolling starts into some like 8-ish meter sprints, and now down on the track, I'm just going to build up into a top speed, at most maybe a 50 or 60 meter sprint, seeing what number we can hit today. And sometimes it just feels good to put the track spikes on and feel fast. There's definitely an added element, a training benefit to doing your sprints and spikes. You hit higher speeds than you normally would in cleats or just in your sneakers. And hitting those top speeds in the spikes is going to allow you to hit higher speeds in your cleats. Stupid battery in the camera doesn't have much life left to it, but all I'm doing is just building up the distance of my sprints. My max speed so far is 16.94, and I'm only about 6 minutes in. We'll do a few more, and let's see if we can crack 17.3, 17.5 if we're really on it. This is about maybe 30, 10, 20, about 30-ish meters. .04. We'll do a few more. Oh man. Just feels like I got no gas today. But we were able to hit 17.2, and I'll take that. Oh my gosh, I'll take that. Now it's time to go back up to the gym. I did end up doing another sprint, and I managed to hit 17.47, so that is really good. This is the heaviest I've been and the fastest I've been able to sprint, so we're taking that as a good sign that the training is working. For the weight room portion, we have an 8RM RDL. As I'm warming up to that, I'm doing my jump plyos in between my warm-up sets. That was 205. I might go up to maybe 225. Forgot my belt. The weight room does have some like old school belts, so I might put one of those on or just use a band for my last set. But I'm winded. I know the band probably looks stupid, but it's just something to press against. 8 reps, 225. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Battery died earlier while I was in the gym, but we hit that top set of RDLs at 225 for 8, and it was fine. I probably could have done like a little bit more, but when I get too heavy with RDLs, I have to be like wicked focused mentally so I can actually feel my hamstrings and not just like yank that sucker up with my back. Finished off with some accessories, went home, ate breakfast, lunch, did a bunch of admin stuff for, you know, the business and the move. And now we are back at the high school getting in a skill session, 30 minutes. This is my first double session in 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm not gonna crush myself. It's like 90 degrees out right now. We're gonna do some footwork, some kicks, and see how it goes. And then I might go hop in the pool. First thing we gotta do is get re-warmed up. So we're just doing some light footwork stuff. Easy peasy. I like to warm up with kind of the same movements every time. But they're all movements that you see in sport. And then warming up with them just allows you to get movement practice in without an added stressor, because there's definitely value in learning and performing skills at low stakes, and then raising the stakes as you get better at them, as you progress. If you don't have a skill in your repertoire, you are not going to be able to execute it or consistently execute it when the time comes to actually play your sport. So you have to practice the skill in an isolated environment, gradually increase difficulty, make the environment more dynamic, more challenging, and then you'll get better at the skill. And now we're going to combine skills. As I'm watching this film back, I do realize how kind of awkward it looks, but that's the learning process. That is how you will get better. You're gonna look goofy before you look good. Let's do that same thing, but now we're just gonna like sprint out of it. Oh, I added an extra cut. We're about halfway done this skill session, but now practicing just some chip kicks, trying to add that element to my game. I was like off my shin. Oh, that was good. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's it. Oh, that was better. I'm gonna wrap things up here shortly, do a few more reps, and then head out. Keep it short and sweet. I'm playing in a soccer game tomorrow, so that will be my big conditioning. And then I think I'm gonna go down to Boston and play touch this weekend. So those are my 2 big conditioning days. Today, like I said, skill day, movement day, first double session in a while. Feels good, honestly. It feels good to have a rugby ball back in my hand and practice the things that I want to use. And I'm gonna be playing for Providence this fall, and they are a D2 team, so that'll be a good opportunity for me to practice these and implement them in a game setting, which is where like the cake is made. I don't know why that came to my head, but I'm putting all the ingredients here, and then we're baking the cake in games against live competition. But before we head out, I did get a question from a prop They were wondering if they should put on size. They are struggling to hold their own in the scrums specifically. Are you big enough already and are not strong enough, or are you just undersized? And you have to be really objective with yourself here, because if you are already big enough, the answer is not to get bigger. That's just going to make your life harder. Props now, you can't just be big. You have to be fit. You have to have endurance, some speed, some footwork, right? You have to be multifaceted rugby players, just at a higher body weight. So if you are already at that body weight and you just need to develop the physical qualities, spend your time attacking those physical qualities. But if you are undersized and you look at the other props around you, they're much larger than you, or if you look at the average size of an international prop, that might be extreme. But like for your average club rugby player, maybe just look up some props in your, look at props in the bracket that you are playing against and see where you need to be. And that's how you can determine if you are undersized, oversized, because yeah, that's a thing, even at prop, or if you are just the right size, lacking strength and power. Getting bigger isn't always the answer, because getting bigger takes time to do it right. We don't want to add an excessive amount of body fat, because that's just going to hinder performance and not really do what you want it to do. Hope that answers your question. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have a question, drop it down below or hit me up on Instagram at _Gainster with a Z. And I'll see you in the next one.